I've been a viewer of Amberlynn for years. Sure, she's annoyed me plenty over the years, but I've never felt compelled to make a video about her until now. What finally pushed me here was her recent run on the Lolcow shows, specifically the Lolcow Rewind stream. That appearance honestly got me. These shows are nothing but supply for her. She thrives on attention, and it doesn't matter if it's negative, she just wants eyes on her. Zay tried to confront Amber about her long situation type deals, while Billy just glazed her the entire time. At one point, he asked something like, "What are we supposed to do now? People want you to pay for your actions of the past, but there's nothing you can do 10 years later." And that's exactly the point. People are angry because this has been 10 years of the same pattern. Mistake, excuse, repeat, no accountability, no change, just like endless justification. Like, take the Rarity situation, and I'm not gonna harp on it, but like, sure, anyone can accidentally lose a cat. Maybe she didn't let her out on purpose. But Amber had that cat for 10 years and never microchipped her. She knew that she wanted to get out and didn't microchip her. That kind of carelessness likely resulted in her cat dying in a Wisconsin winter. And people are allowed to be upset about that. I still feel sad when Rarity gets mentioned, and I know I'm not the only one. The issue with this live stream is that Zay and Billy weren't equipped to handle Amberlynn. She's been lying and spinning narratives for years, and to somebody who doesn't know her lore, she sounds believable. Hell, I once believed her too. I thought Ozempic would be different. I thought she'd follow through with weight loss surgery. Stare straight into the camera and lie convincingly, and I say convincingly with air quotes, because for longtime viewers, you can tell when she's lying. She's lied about being in a relationship with Feline, she lied about being with Emily, and when she cries, I still feel bad sometimes. Nobody likes seeing a grown woman cry. And it's uncomfortable to have to manage that on your stream. She's cried to us about Feline, she cried to us about Emily, she lied to our faces about both relationships. If anything, she's proven she'll do anything to keep a girlfriend around. Which brings me to the part of the live stream which really set me off, because the hosts don't know Amber's patterns and didn't know how to manage the stream. Amber casually dropped that she and Emily are back together. She calls it a situationship, but let's be real. Once Amber has a favorite person, that's it. That person becomes her entire world, for better or worse. What I hate about this is that both of them came online crying abuse. And listen, I understand that relationships are complicated and that two people can both be bad partners, but as viewers, we've seen this exact situation play out before. Cue the crying, cue the "we've worked on ourselves and now I'm on Zoloft." She says that she's changed, that she's calmer now, it's gonna be back to a soft, gentle love, that things are different. But the feeder stuff is what really needs to be talked about. If you don't know, Amber has openly said that Emily's a feeder, and honestly, I don't even take offense to the feederism itself. You can think it's gross, that's fine, but I'm here to explain why being in feederism doesn't automatically make somebody a monster, and why Emily's behavior specifically in this relationship is reckless and harmful. Here's why. First, as a side note, Amber's sudden gloating about how big she is in the promotion of these live streams made it obvious to me that she was back with Emily. That wasn't confidence, it was performative. She's trying to impress someone who behind the scenes calls her a fat sow and funnels Ben & Jerry's into her mouth. So, Amber has a deeply unhealthy relationship with food. She's said it herself. Sometimes she has a BED, sometimes she doesn't. I don't really care what label you put on it. Most people don't reach 500 pounds without food being an addiction and a coping mechanism. The danger here is now she's getting praised for indulging that addiction. Emily might say she's fine with Amber losing weight. She might even say she'll take weight loss drugs too, which, by the way, is fucking stupid. She's clearly trying to maintain contrast. Amber will say they'll only do feeder play sometimes, that there'll be moderation. But when somebody has an addiction, there is no moderation. People have kinks involving drinking or smoking. If someone were on a ventilator and their partner got off on them smoking, would pressuring them to smoke be abusive? Because that's the same dynamic here. If Emily had any sense, she'd step away from this relationship entirely. Feederism often involves domination, submission, control, loss of control. Even when it's not explicitly BDSM, there's usually a power imbalance baked in. Degradation is common, being called a cow, a pig, funnel feeding, eating from a trough, all of it. And if you can consider anything about kink dynamics, you know aftercare matters, which is why I find it genuinely abusive that Emily posted mocking things about Amber's body on Reddit. People laugh at Pocahontas and the melted candle or ice cream jokes, but imagine trying to lose weight for your health while your partner publicly humiliates your body for it.
How do you guys think Amberlynn would be when she loses all the weight? My girlfriend replied, she'd probably look like melting ice cream or melted candle. My girlfriend behind my back was calling me Pocahontas. There were times where she was so horrible, calling me fat ass. The first time she ever called me a fat ass was in Wisconsin, and I'm telling you, my jaw was on the floor. Calling me off, I hate you. I'm a waste of space. I'm a leech on society. Like, the most awful things were said to me.
That's abuse. I don't care if people think it's funny. Amber even says herself, I don't abuse her, I abuse myself for sure, or something like that. I couldn't find the clip. That's exactly what it is. This is a relationship of self-harm. Why would I believe that she's changed when she went straight back to her abusive ex? Amber, grow a backbone. Nobody is coming to save you. You thanked Zachary Michael for noticing how miserable you were, but noticing isn't enough. You actually have to do something. Ironically, my favorite moment of the stream was when one of the hosts asks Amber if she was happy with her life. I actually think he was trying to gas her up in that moment, and I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but her face just said everything.
When you walk away from all this, do you live a happy life? It's hard.
She's so miserable being back with Emily. She'll tell us things are fine, she'll insist that she's happy, but this is exactly what people mean when they say that she doesn't take accountability. She hasn't worked on herself, she's right back where she started, with Emily. Interestingly, I think Boogie may have been in a feeder-feedy dynamic before too. I'd actually be curious to hear his take. Does he think that he could have lost weight if someone had been actively enabling him? So to conclude, I don't believe Amber has changed. Her getting back with Emily proves that. This is just another form of self-harm. You don't get a redemption without change. It's hard to do that, but this is just regression. The hosts want a 30-second clip that summarizes what she's done wrong succinctly, but it's impossible to provide. It took years to gather the amount of detractors she has for this reason. There is nuance in what she's done and why it's so wrong. She's not just some evil person. She disguises herself as someone with empathy, someone who might even seem charming if you meet her briefly in real life. But after watching these behaviors and patterns play out years over years, viewers can clock the lies. And in some way, that's what makes her so fascinating to people. I just hate that the hosts can't handle these arguments because they don't have the knowledge to address what people actually want answered. I guess that's what prompted this video. I know I'm screaming into the void, but I needed to get this off my chest. I even learned a little about how to edit. Check that off my New Year's resolution list.